to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. Wet Change once again has a body swap problem on their hands. Dell and Rumpleforeskin decided it would be best for everyone to just kill Shadow Nemesis today, and the mists fast-traveled them all to the caves. Shadow Nemesis made several plans to get back into his old body, each of which ended in the same gruesome way. Tyler didn't think the plans would work, but decided that Shadow Nemesis should learn that firsthand. New Rogue relayed Dell's message to Shadow Nemesis to move into her gun's range. Dell shot him, and he turned into a ghost. But can the troupe stop Melisandre from destroying Shadow Nemesis' body? I doubt it.
Hello, friends. We are back after our break. We're excited to be here to record yet another episode of Jesters of Ravenloft. Last episode, our party had been separated, going their separate ways after a phone breaking and being very rude, basically Shadow Nemesis to Dell, who took off with Rumpleforeskin and Jack Magnum, determined to go to the final battle and learn what she could while her friends went off to deal with the Medusa, Melisandre, Shadow Nemesis body swap situation. However, the mists intervened and made it clear, A, it sped up their journey to make it far more efficient, and one might say keep the story moving, so thanks, Miss. And it also made clear to Dell that she had a choice. She could get a perfect vantage point for the final battle, whatever she chose, or she could go and assist her friends because Shadow Nemesis actually couldn't possess anyone without becoming a blood ghost, which meant they were doomed to fail without her attendance. Dell selflessly, once again, decided to join her friends and make sure that Tyler and New Rogue didn't die for no reason. And then the whole gang got to avoid the entire dungeon that I built, maybe. And they find themselves facing off. Shadow Nemesis, approaching as a Gorgon, was killed by Dell in a crafty, strategic move because Shadow Nemesis was determined to do, as the group deemed it, a murder-suicide in a plan that made sense to no one except Shadow Nemesis. He was into a blood ghost, and at that point, his previous body, with Melisandre inside it, strode out, ready to take herself out with the RoboCop gun to her head, and our heroes are swooping in. Tyler is used magic to hold her in place. Everybody's trying to figure out what happens. It's New Rogue's turn. That is where we left things off. So I'm going to make a note of the time and exactly what's happening.
Go get him, New Rogue.
And with that,
when it's your turn.
It's time for us to return to Ravenloft. To paint a picture of the scene, Shadow Nemesis's body, possessed by Melisandre, Queen of the Deeps, has stepped out, a RoboCop gun to his RoboCop head, prepared to end it all and send the day into a new cycle, but you have all raced into action. Tyler, you acted first, casting Hold Person with your Darth Vader hand out, holding Melisandre in place, blasting forwards and up to her. Shadow Nemesis, you, in your ghost form after being killed, now you're a blood ghost, are racing down the mountain towards this body. Dell, you followed up at riding Rumpleforeskin. You made it a lot closer. So Tyler is engaged with the body standing right next to her. Dell, you are 20 feet away. You gave Tyler bardic inspiration and you cast a distant guidance on Shadow Nemesis's ghost. Shadow Nemesis's ghost, you are 40 feet away from this body. But perhaps most importantly, in this shining moment, New Rogue, you stand at the tree line 60 feet from where this body, from where this enemy, from where Melisandre, Queen of the Deep, is struggling against the magic of Tyler. What do you do? How do you contribute? There are no rules. It's entirely up to you.
Well, I'm going to proceed forward as close as I can to her. I really wanted to get that anti-magic collar. I'm still actually a little perplexed as to what happened because all I saw was Adam's head explode. Correct. And I assumed there was like some kind of possession spell that was going to be happening. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe this will be an ideal time to pick that up and surmise what's going on. But
that anti-magic collar is 55 feet from you because that's exactly how far Medusa Nemesis walked. It has detached from the body. It is laying on the ground. It's not still hooked up to the neck of this creature. So you can go and pick it up, but it will require a dash, meaning it'll require your move, and then you'll have to use your action for a second move to get there. Do you want to do that?
No. Realizing that it will be that will use up my action. I'm seeing also this Gorgon. With the gun to the head. Well,
technically you're seeing Shadow Nemesis with the gun to his head. The Gorgon has no head and is the body on the ground.
Right. Bodies and bodies.
Correct.
I take that back. I see Shadow Nemesis's body with his gun to his head. So I'm going to play ball because I heard the hold person spell. So I'm going to use calm emotions on this frightened Shadow Nemesis.
Man.
So I'm going to cast that. It goes for 60 feet. So I'm going to.
I'm imagining you're going to move forward your 30 feet for your movement.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you move forward 30 feet as you're casting this spell. What does it sound like as you cast this? What do we see?
So this time, as I open up my lips and I say, "Please calm yourself. Just listen to my voice." And as I speak, you see just like little hearts emanate from my lips. My little heavens bow lips just shoot these loveys, towards Shadow Nemesis as he's warmed in this aura of just like solid golden light. As it's like he's getting massages all over the place, a hand on the chest to calm them down, being cradled by God, if you will. And I say, "Hey, hush, hush now. Everything's fine. You don't have to be so worried right now. Please, just
There it is.
let go. Let it go."
Okay, what do I have to roll mechanically?
Okay, so let me explain this. You attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people or each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point. The range is 60 feet. They must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes. If the creature fails its saving throw, choose one of the following two effects.
Okay. So do you get to choose which creature, I believe?
I believe so. It doesn't say that, but it should be. Yeah, I think.
It needs to say that, or it affects everyone. You can't decide an effect on a spell.
But yes.
What is it called exactly? I'll double check.
It's calm emotions. I use this in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm in there. I'm in 20 feet.
Yep, that's each humanoid within that range. So you can't choose which humanoid. This will get. Oh man, this is gonna get completely crazy. This will get Melisandre, Queen of the Deep. This will get Tyler, and this will get Del. It does not get anyone else.
Okay.
But you need charisma saving throws, correct?
Yeah, you need a charisma.
And what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 14.
14. Okay, DC 14 charisma saving throws from Tyler, Del, Melisandre. All need to do one for Rumple and Jack Magnum.
Uh-oh. I made a 19 save.
But I'm saying let's just all talk this out, gang. It's okay. Please.
Oh, God. It's like Rickety Cricket vocalizing every time he sucks a lemon.
Yes, it is. Del, what did you get?
I got a 23.
Wow. So interestingly enough, Rumpleforeskin and Jack Magnum both passed. Melisandre fails. So what does this spell effect have upon Melisandre, Queen of the Deep?
Okay. There's two ways. If they fail this saving throw, it has one of the following two effects. You can suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. When the spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes, provided that its duration has not expired in the meantime. Or alternatively, I think this is where I'm going to go. You can make a target indifferent about the creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. So this indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again, unless the DM rules otherwise. So I'm going to make her indifferent to all of us and just calm the heck down about, doing a suicide right now with Adam's gun. We've seen enough bloodshed.
Yep. You see the emotion in her expression melt away. She appears to have a fully neutral countenance. She cannot move, for she is still being held, but she has a neutral expression on her face now, where it was twisted in rage and fear before.
We're going to set everything right. You're going to get your body again. Time will reset. You'll be fine. As a cleric of Ezra, I'm true to my word. Believe me, child.
Okay. Now I roll for Werner, who comes pelting down the hill to join this combat. He gets advantage because he is an experienced ghost. He ends up sprinting down. You see him blurring through the sky as a blood ghost, and he ends up right next to you, Shadow Nemesis. So you two are neck and neck, cannonballing downwards. You in a full cannonball, but Werner in a near Superman-esque flight, which is innately absurd for anyone looking at this blood ghost because he has the exact proportions as though it's blood painting over Werner Herzog, who in no way looks like a superhero in his mayoral robes, but he is doing his best and contributing to this as it goes on. Then we move to Melisandre, who is going to try to escape this. Tyler, what is the DC of the wisdom saving throw for this again?
She can attempt to do this at the end of her turn. So,
well, she can't do anything during her turn, so that's all she's got.
All right, good. 15 wisdom save.
15 wisdom save. Okay. She can't move. I got to check one thing on hold person just so that
she is paralyzed is the status that she has.
Yeah. Okay. I got to look up the status of paralyzed. Just a second. I got a little thing on this.
Paralyzed and calm.
Yeah.
Paralyzed.
Deadly combo.
Paralyzed is incapacitated and can't move or speak. Can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah.
I just got to check another thing.
It's like when you get a face mold and they like put all the they cover your face, for like creature effects, and you just have those two straws in your nose. You're stuck. Ain't nothing happening. Just go with breathing. Yeah. Into the nostrils. Out through the nostrils.
Just in and out through the nostrils.
So relaxing.
Just breathing. Yeah.
Now that would be terrifying though if you got that put on during allergy season and one of your nostrils is completely plugged. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's horror.
I'm trying to breathe through the head of a pin. Ugh.
You need the neti pot for sure.
Yeah, man.
And that shit's
I
generally
love neti pots.
I feel like it's fairly split. Never mind. It's not important.
I have gone through all of the options. Yes, she can't do anything. Her turn is just spent being frozen in place due to a hold person. So, what's the DC for her to try to resist this?
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
She is still frozen in place. She rolled a 2. I normally roll okay, but it's nothing but crap this session. So she is frozen in place. Her turn is wasted. We come back to the top of the turn order. Tyler, you are standing there staring at this figure, neutral, slack-faced, otherwise unable to move. What do you do?
I want to try and take that gun out of her hand, but she's locked in paralysis.
Correct. I will let you have the gun for free, but she gets another saving throw to try to break out of this.
Sure.
Great. So you take the gun. She's going to try to break out, and she does. Your hold person shatters, but you now have the gun in your hand, not hers.
All right, and I'm assuming that's my action to take the gun?
Yeah, that feels like an action, but you still have movement and or bonus actions if you want to do any of those.
Yeah, I'll do, so concentration's off on that. I'll use my Hexblood ability to cast Hex. My once per day casting of Hex. There's no save here or anything like that. I just place a curse on her until the spell ends. It is concentration though, so I'm concentrating. But up to 1 hour until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever I hit it with an attack. Also choose one ability when I cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with a chosen ability. So to resist being possessed, I don't know. I'm going to guess charisma.
Okay.
So for any charisma checks, no. Fuck. It's wisdom or charisma. Wisdom.
Okay. She will have disadvantage on any wisdom saves.
Not saves, checks.
Wisdom checks.
It's very specific about that, yeah, because it would be overpowered otherwise. So, but if it's like a contested roll of some kind, her wisdom against his charisma or something like that, when you're doing those checks, she has disadvantage.
Fabulous.
Wisdom.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Great. So you cast that spell. Are you moving, or are you good with the position where you are? You're engaged. She is now, her axe is coming out. She's got her shield strapped around. She's able to move and defensively positioning herself. Her face is still flat, emotionally neutral.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to hit her. No, that's fine.
Okay.
I can't. I don't have any more ability.
Shadow Nemesis, you are 40 feet away from this whirling version of yourself, now able to move, clearly able to act, but you have the initiative. What do you do?
So Werner is next to me?
Correct.
And he's speeding down, one
Correct.
would assume, towards my body, like a little
Anything's
rascal trying to possess it. So I know deep in my dark, dark heart that Werner Herzog hates me and that this is most likely his plan as some sort of screw you. I'm going to do weird stuff in Adam's body. So I think what I'll do is I'll call to Dell in the few seconds I have remaining as I fall. And I'll be like, Werner's up to something. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. And I'm just falling, and
Great.
I don't want to try to shove him.
Can you roll me a religion?
Oh, more evil religion. All right. That is a 15.
With a 17, however, you find yourself as Werner, who held an action in case you were going to resist him, reaches out and sweeps your ghost form back another 40 feet, just hurtling you away with the force inside him as you yell that Werner is up to something. So you find yourself now 80 feet from your target, and your movement can only get you to where you were, unless you want to dash, but then you won't be able to take a possession action.
Can I dash to, or without dashing, can I move to where Werner is?
Yes, you get to Werner.
So can I move to Werner and then with an action, can I grab him?
Yeah, you can absolutely try to do that. Roll me a religion.
All right. Oh, and I want to use a guidance
Yep, you can add a D4
to help
that.
me. All right, all right. I'll use that. I just remembered I have guidance.
Yep.
Okay, so I rolled an 11. So right now we're sitting at 13. So then I'll roll a D4. And that is a 14.
You beat Werner's roll, so you are successfully blood ghost grappling with Werner. Your blood clouds are splashing against each other as you wrestle in space. And he says, I will take your body. I will take everything from you as you did from me.
Quiet you! And I want to put him in a full Nelson.
You are fully child in the park wrestling during recess with Werner Herzog floating 40 feet from this body. Del, it is your turn. The ghosts are wrestling.
The ghosts are wrestling. Good Lord. There's no one listens to Del. That's fine. That's fine. Seeing the Melisandre is gearing up to fight. I turn my focus to her again, and I'm gonna cast command. It just from horseback say halt.
Nice.
Okay.
So she has to make a wisdom saving throw.
DC what?
DC 15.
With a 16 on the die, she passes.
All right. So that goes there. And I guess I'm looking over with narrowing eyes at the two ghosts. I'm like, One of you tell me a ghost story. And it will be 2. The Tale of the Renowned Duelist. And it means I can make a melee spell attack against a target that adds bardic inspiration and charisma damage.
Oh, nice. To damage? Holy shit.
Well, there was this one.
One time I was playing this game. It's called Wild Gunman on the NES.
I was fighting
and
with this
the whole
asshole.
point of it is that you got to get the NES zapper, and you have to shoot all these gunmen one by one. Sometimes there's 2.
Not him at all.
The whole point is you couldn't
And you
cheat
find
and go
yourself
right next.
hearing these two both trying to relay a story to you, and you realize the epic duel is theirs right now as Blood Ghosts Wrestling.
This is true. Perfect. Let it ride. Enjoy.
All right. That is what occurs. Rumpleforeskin is just there with you, not sure what to do, but contributing in their own way. New Rogue, you are seeing all of this happen. You are 25 feet from the anti-magic caller. You are 30 feet from Melisandre inside Shadow Nemesis's body. You can see the 2 blood ghosts wrestling further on from there. Del is nearby. Tyler's right by Melisandre. What do you do?
Right. So I'm still holding my concentration to calm the Gorgon's emotions. So I'm basically doing like a Professor X, where I'm holding my head and my other hand is reaching forward, like, calm down, my child. You must calm down, child. As I'm walking closer, I'm going to scoop up the anti-magic collar from the viscera, and I'm going to pocket that. And I'm just going to have some words to this person. I'm not going to do any other actions except have dialogue with her, which is remember our previous chat, but before everything restarted and you were reborn in this different body. I will uphold my word to you. I don't know what happens from here, but I promise no harm will come to you. I will make you whole again. You will have autonomy, and I will make sure Shadow Nemesis is kept far away from you. Just please let this process be completed. Please. That is all I ask.
How would you break the cycle? Hot dog.
I will restore you to yourself, and I will ask you to join our party, if you would have us.
And you promise I will not be trapped within the cycle again?
Join our party. Stay with us until the end.
What end?
Well, until we restart again, all of us, and until we break the cycle. Just come with us.
How?
Well, just hang with us, man. Like I'll put you back in your body. All of this gunk we've been doing.
It has no head. I will take a quick commercial break right there. New Rogue, you realize you have promised to return her to her normal state of being, which is currently a headless body on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I can revivify that. There's still time.
Then do it.
All right. But just please keep these calm emotions you're feeling, okay? Because it's really imperative that you do that.
We'll see what the DM decides.
Okay.
This has been a game the whole time? What?
All right.
Yeah. That was
I
fun.
was going to say, I
Real
don't think
reality.
Revivify is a concentration spell.
It's not. Oh, so I can do another spell as long.
This will stay up. You just can't cast another concentration spell. So that's
Oh,
why I made the
okay,
joke.
sorry.
You don't have to worry about it. No,
Okay,
it's
well.
totally okay.
You want to read Revivify before you cast it?
Yeah.
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 No.
You touch a creature that has died within the last minute.
Huh?
That creature
Keep reading.
returns to life with 1 hit point.
Yep.
The spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age,
Yep.
nor can it restore any missing body parts.
Yep. So you walk 25 feet towards this corpse and then realize you can't bring it back to life.
Well, fuck. Let me ask you a question. Is your brain in your stomach?
And that is the end of your turn.
No, wait! No!
You have an
have one
action.
more thing.
You want to take an
Oh,
action.
man.
You didn't cast Revivify. You didn't use that. So you have an action left in you, but you can't talk anymore.
You got a spell slot. You saved a spell slot. That's good.
Oh, okay.
You got to cast Weekend at Bernie's.
Well, she still doesn't know this. So I'm
Waiting for you to cast the spell.
okay, here goes. And I'm going to turn, keep my back to her, and I'm going to pull my cape out to cover everything. I'm like, by the power of Ezra, you're alive. Oh my God, look at you. Okay, it's done. All right. So
Can you roll me a deception at disadvantage?
Oh.
If she's rolling a wisdom save or wisdom check, skill check, she's doing it at disadvantage also.
That's true, but she would have advantage, so it's flat.
Okay. Okay.
But that's a valid point.
Okay, that's a 12.
She does not even respond to you. But you have made this attempt. Up next on the list is Melisandre, who says to all of you, well, if you think you want him back, then maybe I should remind you who he is. And she arches her back, and you see her begin to grow taller and broader, and you hear her roar at the top of her lungs, just, and she becomes a 10-foot tall version of Shadow Nemesis, bulging muscles, raging. She raises the axe, and the first thing she does is slam it down into her own leg. I gotta roll an attack here.
lady.
Wait, isn't she calm? Why isn't she calm?
She's calm, but then she chose to rage, which
Damn
is
it.
mechanically. But she's more calm, which is why this is a lot more tactical than if she had just been worked up. She was calm, and then you lied to her, and you made it clear she's never going to get her body back because you tried to pretend a headless corpse was going to be fine. And you just hit it with the cape.
Oh.
And she knows what your spells sound like because she knows Shadow Master, so she knows that's also not what you sound like when you're casting a real spell because you did an orgasm. So she's got a lot of knowledge here that is factoring into her calm, collected state. She's banking on all of you having to kill Adam.
Sometimes it can just be like a dry spell casting. Like it doesn't have to be every time.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Sometimes it's not going to happen every time.
Okay. She takes 7 points of damage.
I'm dry.
And has to roll against her axe. Adam, what does she have to roll to try to stay in control if she gets damaged?
It's wisdom, and I believe she has to beat 15.
15. Okay.
And her wisdom is 0.
And she fails. So you see her go into a frothing at the mouth rage as thorns extend from the axe up her arm, across her torso, into her face, into her eyes. This giant 10-foot tall Shadow Nemesis monstrosity begins striking. And the first attack will be at you, Tyler, for you are engaged. And she has to attack what is closest. What is your AC?
17.
She gets a 13 to hit, so she will miss as she lashes out with the axe, but you continue to move aside, and that is the end of her turn, which means we're coming back to Tyler. You are now engaged with a giant, raging Shadow Nemesis empowered by an axe and all of the hate that axe can bring. What do you do?
It is difficult, to try to fight and subdue someone that you're trying not to harm and to keep from harming themselves. I've done hold person, I've done hex, This ghost is taking fucking forever to get over here. He's doing blood wrestling with.
It's just slowly dropping.
They're 40 feet away. Those two.
They are 40 feet away and wrestling in the air. Yes.
I have the RoboCop gun in one hand. I put my hand on the hilt of the Reaper's Scream at my hip, and I flex my grip on it, and I activate invoking the rune. And the Reaper's Scream lets out a blood-curdling, cacophonous burst. Each creature of my choice within 60 feet of me must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom's throw or have the stunned condition until the start of my next turn. I wish for this to apply to both Melisandre and Ghost Werner Herzog.
Ooh.
Okay,
And
let's see how they do.
Echoes out, and the T-Rex's roar is now a part of that chorus as well.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Melisandre fails, so what happens for her again exactly?
She has the stunned condition now. She
Great,
can't
she
take
is
actions or
stunned.
reactions.
Werner Herzog is not. The ghost wrestling continues. It does not quite echo as deeply into the ghost realm as it otherwise would, but Melisandre herself is now stunned.
Okay, that was my bonus action to use that. She can't react, so I could get out of there, which I think I might have to do because she's not hitting me, but she might start to if I get to be too annoying. Can I do anything else? So many concentration spells, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. We're going to do a little bit of damage to my friend's body. I'm going to back away 40 feet.
Great.
If Melisandre is the center of a clock face, and we'll say that, Werner and Shadow Nemesis are at like 6 o'clock, 40 feet away, I want to be 40 feet away at 3 o'clock.
Okay. Yep. You're about a 45-degree angle away from them if we're slicing the pie. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Are you, to be clear, is the 45 degrees towards Dell or away from Dell is kind of how I'm picturing it, if that makes sense to everybody, which is like, Melisandre / Shadow Nemesis, Dell on kind of one, either the 3 or the, whatever the fuck the other one, 9, whatever it is. Are you with Dell or are you on the opposite side away from Dell?
I'll go with Dell.
Okay, great. So you are even further out than Dell. Dell's 20 feet away. You're another 20 feet back from her. Yeah. You are in that position. And then you wanted to do some damage?
Yep. I'm going to cast another second level spell. This is one that I've had in the rotation for a while, but just never came up as being a thing to do. This is called Tasha's Mind Whip.
Tasha?
I'm going to basically take my hand off of the Reaper Scream still at my hip, reach back over my shoulder where there is nothing, clasp my hands again around nothing, and then sort of purple crackling energy will course through my arm up into my hand, and then I will reach out and basically like a purple electric whip, similar to the whip that I've used before, but different, lashes out towards Melisandre. She needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Because she's stunned, attack rolls against the creature normally have advantage. She automatically fails strength and dex. This can't get advantage, but I'm going to say she has disadvantage on her intelligence saving throw because I feel like she's pretty jammed up with the calm emotions and other stuff. Just not normal.
She's
smart
jammed
brain.
up.
Yeah. She's real jammed up. Nat 1. Tell me what you're supposed to do, and then let's find out what the hell it is.
Okay.
Which is 0 because it's -1.
Well,
oh no, she's got her own intelligence stats.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's you that's stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm the stupid one, guy. I forgot. Thanks, Ryan.
Hell yeah.
I am rolling 3d6 psychic damage to start, and then there's some other stuff to follow.
Let's treat it as a crit. Double it.
Oh boy, I'm not trying to kill this lady. 8 psychic damage. You want me to roll another 3d6? Okay.
Yep.
That's 6 psychic damage on the
14 total?
On the additional. Yeah, 14 psychic damage. She cannot take a reaction until the end of her next turn. Moreover, on her next turn, she has to choose whether she gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. She gets only one of the three.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So this whip strike just nails her right between the eyes, right in the forehead, and just leaves like a magical sort of like lash mark streaked across her forehead.
She can't feel
and doing
emotions.
these limitations on her.
Stunned right now. Her brain.
I have attacked her, so I don't
brain.
think she's calm anymore. For what it's worth.
Oh yeah, that's true. But she's so stunned that she may as well just be feeling.
Yeah.
She takes all of that. Shadow Nemesis, you are next on the list. You are wrestling with Werner Herzog 40 feet from a stunned, beat up, psychically whipped, self-stabbed, thorn axe empowered version of yourself.
Yeah. Wow.
What do you do?
So if I just in regular movement, would I hit my body?
No, you're a ghost, so you can't actually fall unless it's an actively chosen, unless it's an active thing you are choosing to do. Otherwise, you just float.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm still going as fast as I can towards my body.
But you are wrestling Werner. So do you want to try to throw Werner off so you can move?
Yeah, I guess that's what I was getting to. So, like, would I be able to try to toss Werner away and then in that same move hit my body, or am I out of reach still?
If you can toss him aside, you can get to your body. And depending on if he beefs this roll, then he's gone. You can have your full turn. I think it's can you break free of him? So you want to roll me a religion?
Religion. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Let's see if you can break free, and then you can have your full turn if you break free.
Religion. That's a 9.
Unfortunately, Werner rolls a 19. Whoa. So Werner will hang on to you and just throw you back another 40 feet. So you are hurtled back 40 feet. If you want to move, you can get to Werner to re-engage, but that's all you can do.
I really don't have a choice. Like, I think I've got to be like, as I'm speeding down, it'll be like, anytime now, Del, dispel. And I'm going to just, give a big old bear hug to Werner.
Great. Can you roll me a religion?
Man alive. Gotta throw these dice away. 5.
That's a 13 for Werner. So he manages to duck and dodge, and you can't quite get a grip on him, which means he is there with you, dodging and ducking and diving and weaving.
Just like the real one.
Del, you hear the cry of Shadow Nemesis calling out to you to dispel. But you also have a raging, but stunned, but feeling, but whatever Shadow Nemesis body in front of you. The question is, what are you going to do? We will find out what that is after this break. Del, you were looking at this combat scene and these brawling ghosts. What do you do?
Oh, me sowing. Evil plans. Me reaping. Help, Dill. Rumple, get us over to that dead body.
Okay. And Rumple takes you right over to the dead body where New Rogue is.
All right, so I'm going to hop down off of Rumpleforeskin. Because you know what? However this ghost thing plays out, I don't give a shit. This is a Shadow Nemesis problem. If Werner Herzog gets in this body, then Melisandre, Queen of the Deeps, isn't in the body. So that either way works for me. Fuck it. But I did overhear the conversation with New Rogue about her just being like, I just don't want to be in the loopers. And you know what? Fine. So I'm getting down next to this body, and I'm going to use my turn to paint myself a little jar and get blood in the jar. Because I'm like, if I can wait until the ghost gets in this body and then call my girlfriend and be like, hey, take this soul, fuck off, maybe it'll work.
All right. I will give you that for free. If you're spending your action collecting the blood of the Gorgon Melisandre, you can do that. So you are collecting that blood.
That's what I'm doing.
So you complete that. You paint yourself a jar and you get yourself some blood. New Rogue. You find yourself facing the scene as things have developed, and that's when you feel a tendril of mist surrounding your arm, coming up from the ground, playing up around your forearm, around your hand. And then as it pulls back, you see that you are wearing a new ring.
Uh-oh.
When you look at it, it is perfectly fitted to your finger. It's a little broader than like a simple gold band. And within it, you can see a bunch of different clockwork gears that all seem to be moving together. And there are these brief moments where they're all out of sync as they keep moving until they sync perfectly. And then they're out of sync again and they sync perfectly.
Huh?
Can you roll me an insight?
What? Yeah. That is going to be a... Oh, gosh. That's a 23.
Wow. Okay. You recognize what this could do for you right away. This is what is colloquially known as a clockwork ring. What this will mean is once per day, when you want to make a spell attack, instead of rolling an attack roll, you can automatically take a 10. So as though the die had rolled a 10, you can just decide that it does once per day.
Wow.
Automatically take a 10 once per day. Okay.
Once per day. And you'll still get to add your spell attack modifier, but it'll mean that you know the number you are going to get instead of having to roll dice and gamble.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, nice. Oh, well, thank you, Angels of the Mist. I hope I'm doing you proud. All right. DM, my back's still to her. I'm in Adam's body, in Shadow Nemesis's body. Have I become aware that this grand illusion I've cast has failed?
Well, roll me an insight with advantage.
Cool. All right. That is going to be a 21.
You are fully aware of how things have developed.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Listen. Your name just is on the tip of my tongue, and I'm sorry, Melisandre. Okay,
Yeah.
Melisandre.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for deceiving you. I cannot revive your head, though I wish to. But
I knew.
I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
If you want to carry through to the next time and break the loop, you can
Yeah.
remain. You can remain with me until that time comes and we figure it out. I ask you. Well, I ask you. I invite you. I guess if you'd like. Come into me. I allow you. You could come into me. Come in me. Get in here.
There it
The
is.
same way he wants to get into you, you get into me. I'll be. You can be inside me.
She's too stunned to be able to do very much, but can you roll me a persuasion? With advantage, she can't think good right now.
Yeah. Persuasion is a sorry, why does this always take so long? 20.
Kill me and I'll do it.
Oh. Okay. Well then what? Oh right, because you need to be a ghost. Okay.
Kill me and then I'll do it.
Can you lean down and I'll chop your head off or something?
Okay.
And you see her get down on one knee.
Wait a second. Hold on. Let me just pull out this 1 second. I'm going to pull out the wand of double guessing or whatever it's called. What is it? The rod of double checking. I'm going to tap my head.
Yep.
Wait a second. If I chop off your head, then Shadow Nemesis will go into a headless body.
Come on. I accepted your deal.
Melisandre, can't there be a better way than me killing your body?
Come on.
Which happens to be Shadow Nemesis' body. What if I just, I don't know, rough you up a bit?
Kill
We
me.
have a deal. Okay. Okay. I can't kill you.
Oh.
But my body's free for your cohabitation.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's the end of your turn. I don't know what you're doing.
That's all. Nothing I can do. I have no ill will towards her.
Okay, Werner is currently. Oh, he dodged Adam. So, but you were still close enough that you get an attack of opportunity. Adam, can you roll me a religion as you battle Werner Herzog for
A
ghost
very important
supremacy?
religion.
Jesus.
1.
Oh man, and Werner got a 21. So Werner darts
Total of
past
3,
you,
but a 1.
darts past you and sprints in ghost fashion, just appearing next to this body where Shadow Nemesis and a giant raging thing with Melisandre inside is just asking to die while New Rogue thinks about it and then says no, even though it was its idea. And Werner is going to strike. He lashes around this body with his blood being. That is, he gets advantage because he's an experienced ghost. And then Melisandre is battling him for control, but she has disadvantage because it's wisdom and she is hexed. And she fails. So Melisandre's body shakes and shudders for a brief moment as you see the eyes roll back in the head and then go white. And then you hear a voice from inside Melisandre's body say, "Oh, it sucks in here." He's raging and stunned and Tasha's mind whipped. So he is still on one knee, but he has taken control of this body. And that is when Melisandre swoops forwards, trying with all her might to enter the body of New Rogue. New Rogue, can you roll me a religion? And only if your invitation to allow Melisandre's ghost into your body was real. If you don't want to let her in, there's no chance she can do this. But if you do, then we have to roll.
Fuck. Okay. My religion, that is going to be 17.
Okay. You successfully open yourself to this. Tyler, I have a semantic question for you, but it's your spell, so I want to get your opinion. Would your hex remain on the body of Shadow Nemesis because it was cast on that body, or do you feel the hex is on the being within the body so it would travel with the ghost of Melisandre?
I think it's a curse on a creature. I think it's the physical form.
Stays with the physical form. Okay.
I think
and
so.
Melisandre is going to try to see if she can enter into the body of New Rogue with a die roll that could really change where this show is heading, which is why we're going to find out what happens next week.
Oh, man.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dmitry Taras, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia de los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Dragonfly, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Beef Not Cheese, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Adam, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adam Mir 101, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumbdumbdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.